In this quick tutorial, I'll be demonstrating how you can create a flash banner in Photoshop and import it into Flash workspace and subsequently export it out and add additional animation to the page. So here's basically a very simple um, uh, Photoshop document. And again, you can create all this animation also in Flash if you choose to, because you don't necessarily need to use Photoshop. But I just laid this out in Photoshop, and as you can see, everything is on its own layer. And we already looked at the previous exercise where you import layered Photoshop file into Flash Workspace, and so I'm not going to go over that again. So basically, this is my Flash document, and once you import it, you can basically add simple animation to your layers. And again, once you click on each option, you can choose basically, for example, if I want to make sure you're in the beginning, maybe if you want to change the tint, you can just simply go back and change the tint. And now when I play this, you can see that we get this interesting animation happening. So once we have, and of course for web animation, I've chosen a fade option. The alpha option is 100%. And when you go to the beginning of the animation, is set to 0. Again, you want to make sure that all these elements on your page is converted to a movie clip right here. So I'm going to go ahead and actually save this file, and I'm going to export this out, and I'm going to just override this, and I'm just going to choose format SWF from this drop down menu, and I'm going to go ahead and say save. I had an older file, so I'm going to just go ahead and just accept the replacement message. And I'm going to go ahead and make a new file on this one, make sure it's ActionScript 3, and I'm going to change the width to 800, height 600, and the background I'll just change it to gray color. I'm going to go ahead and say OK. And I'll save this file, save as, into your root folder. Now I'm going to go ahead and import the banner that I had created into a brand new document. So I'm going to go ahead and import to library. I'm going to my banner, and I'll choose the SWF. You can choose all format too, but I tend to choose SWF usually. So once you do that, you can actually see the banner right here. And I drag it to my workspace, and I'll move it. Actually, I'm going to command minus to reduce my page size. Move it up, save the document, and I'm going to control return to play it, and you can see that it kind of a very basic animation is happening here. However, I don't want it to keep repeating. I just want it to play once and then stop. So for doing that, I'm going to go back to my document. I'm going to double click this, which takes me to my banner SWF. I'm going to make a brand new layer, and I'll get a keyframe, and I'm going to choose from my window, I'm going to choose my action panel, and the action, as I will be reviewing on week 3 and 4. Basically, the action script for stopping an animation is stop and semicolon. So this code causes the animation to basically completely stop. And if I play this, you can see that there is no animation. The reason for that is that if I go back to my timeline, you see the keyframe, the animation is, the action tells Flash to stop the animation at the very beginning. But we actually want the animation to play once. So all you're gonna have to do is drag this keyframe and move it towards the end. And you save and you play, and now you can see the animation plays one time and then it stops basically. So, and now based on what you have, you can add additional content or whatever you want to the bottom half of this page, and maybe you can just create additional interaction, slideshows, video, or just a simple narrative uh, illustration. But again, make sure that when you're creating your animation, make sure everything is converted to movie clips and and prior to placing it on the scene.